I knew something could happen here. Welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Previously, I finished up the Young Link section of the Spirit Temple, and this time I'll be continuing on doing the Adult Link section. But first and foremost, let me get some of them fairies, because that Iron Knuckle completely obliterated. I didn't want water. That was a fairy in a bottle. It looked like water. Something to note, since this is actually... That's also not what I wanted. Since this is actually on the N64 and they couldn't really visually show a fairy in a bottle very well, when you try to grab a fairy, it just looks like there's water in the bottle. It just fills up with a blue substance and not an actual fairy. See, it looks like there's no fairy in that bottle. It looks like I accidentally got water, which is completely possible, but I got a fairy somehow. Neat. But on a more important note, we should go back to the Temple of Time, because it's time to go back to being an adult. As much as I love being a child, being an adult is necessary for this section, so let's go. I cut out the transferring from adult to child, because you probably don't want to see that for the second time in 2 episodes. But if you'll notice, on my hands, I have the silver gauntlets on. Not only do they look absolutely fantastic, but they allow me to do quite a few different things. First of all, I want to attempt this. I don't know if it'll work out, but I want to at least try. There we go. With the silver gauntlets, I can pick up heavier boulders. So there are areas we couldn't access before that, guess what, we now can access. This is just a shop. I don't need to really come near, but it was worth a green potion. No, not a chance. Why would I buy a green potion? No. Especially considering the fact that there is a fairies fountain extremely close to this place. Why would I buy a green potion to refill all my magic? I can literally come right up here and come to the Great Fairy and she'll refill my magic and hearts, which I'm gonna do really quick. I don't know if I've actually showed this off, so I might as well do it now. If you come to a Great Fairy's Fountain after you've gotten the reward that you get for finding it, the Great Fairy will do something special for you. I kind of assumed this was common knowledge, but for those who have not played a Zelda game before, it's worth mentioning. Welcome, Link. I will soothe your wounds. The Great Fairy will refill all of your magic and heal you completely. This is really, really worth your time. That green potion was not. That's why I think it's really pointless to have a green potion there, and also green potions just don't help that much when you have as much magic as I do. And also there are a lot of pots in dungeons, so I can probably easily find magic jars. I don't know. I never really use potions in Ocarina of Time because I'd rather have fairies so that if I die, I can get revived at full health. And magic is just so plentiful. But whatever, anyway. I planted this wall as a child. Now that I'm here as an adult again, I can come back, stand on it, take a really, really wide path for whatever reason. And now get the we can stand on here again. Wait for even longer than I need to. Again. And then get that piece of heart. I don't know why these magic beans decide they need to take the widest route possible, but they do. They do decide they need to do that, so whatever, it doesn't matter. We got the piece of heart. I'm feeling good about myself now. That is how many pieces of heart now? That should be 3, right? Oh no, that filled out an entire another heart container. I didn't even notice. Well, fantastic. It's really worth my time that I got that. So without further ado, let's go back into the Spirit Temple and continue on. With the silver gauntlets, this area over here that I could not go through is now accessible. I can push this out of the way and get on my merry way, I guess is the best way to say that. This is going to take a little bit. There we go. I say that as it completes, whatever. There's another BMOS here. This room is a little bit similar to the room that we went in first as a child. I think we're going to be doing relatively similar stuff that we did as when we were a child, is what I'm trying to say. Now that we are an adult here. I am sorry if you hear that. I did not know airplanes like to fly through my area, specifically in this hour of the morning. But I guess that's just the case. I don't know. I don't know. But if you shoot that, you can come in here. Again, this is pretty dang similar to how it was when we were a child. We have to do certain things to unlock different rooms. I mean, I know I did a terrible job of explaining that, but we essentially have to do certain things in a room full of a bunch of different doors to unlock one door, so we can go into different room to unlock another door, stuff like that. It's not too difficult or too challenging. With Zelda's Lullaby, we can do that. I should probably pull out my long shot, because that might be slightly important. Just a little bit. This should give me the compass, maybe? Maybe, did I already? I think I already have the dungeon map, so I believe it's the compass. Yep, compass. Sweet. Just delicious. Again, the reason I remember that being the compass is because I didn't remember what was inside it. And if I don't remember what's inside that chest, it sure as heck isn't a good item. Or it's a bomb chew. Because I seem to be having problems with bomb chews and all that recently. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. I think I can get that silver rupee with the hover boots. It's worth a shot. I actually do really like this room. We don't really get into many areas that are kind of curved. So this is kind of an interesting concept that we don't have to deal with usually. So we do have to deal with the fact that on curved slopes, we go a little bit slower and we're trying to avoid these boulders. So it can be a little bit challenging. Also, if you want to go too fast, like me, you probably will end up getting hurt. Fun. And there we go. Jesus Christ. If you can't hear these, noises in the background, then I'm gonna look like an idiot. But, oh my god, they're really, really, really loud. There we go. Playing the Song of Time gets that Song of Time block out of here. Moves it over there where the silver rupee is, and gives me a chance to get a gold skulltula. So let's pick that up right now, because I am really, really in the mood for some gold skulltulas. I only need, how many more? Whoa, I only need 4 more until I can get the final reward that actually matters. So, there we go. In here is a small key. That's what I thought. There was only one door that we couldn't go to yet, and this was the last room, so it had to be a small key. I was trying to go too fast there, like usual. If you hit the boulder, it will actually stop its movement and kind of throw the whole, the movement of the boulders out of sync. So you do want to be careful, because getting hit will not only be an inconvenience for you heart-wise, but it'll also be an inconvenience for you later, so be a little bit careful there. Hi, like, you can go away. There we go. One hit and you're gone. That's really, really useful. I mean, I keep talking about how I don't really need to use the Big Goron Sword all that much, but it's really proving to be very helpful in strange situations, so thanks. Thank you, Big Goron Sword. I appreciate it. This room brings back the sun switches that we know about. It also brings back invisible enemies that I don't really want to deal with. Yep, there are smaller versions. I can easily target them and kill them. There should be one more right around here somewhere. I should probably equip the Lens of Truth because I'm trying to act cool and kill them while I can't see them. But that's just going to lead to annoying things like that. Fantastic. Okay, you can get off now. Thank you. Thank you. Now he's gonna go big again. Yeah, I really don't like... what are they called? Wall masters? Yeah, I believe these are wall masters, not... No, they're floor masters. I really don't like floor masters. They're much more annoying than wall masters. Yes, wall masters take you back to the beginning of the dungeon, but... I mean, at least they don't waste your time and hearts a lot, to be honest, because a lot of times dungeons do have... really, really easy ways to get back to where you were originally. So I don't see a big deal with wall masters actually like getting you, taking you back to the beginning of the dungeon. Yes, again, it's annoying. It's not too bad. I want to activate all of these. I believe one of them will inevitably spawn an enemy, I think, which is why I want to get rid of the Wall Master immediately. Or for the Floor Master, my bad. I always say Wall Master. It's a Floor Master. I mean, similar to Dark Nuts, they really don't have much of... Yeah, that spawns a Wall Master. There's not much of a difference, let's be honest. Like, as much as I love the enemies in Ocarina of Time and in Zelda in general, there are a lot of enemies that are just exceedingly similar, but have different odd names. For example, I actually talked about this last episode, Iron Knuckles and Dark Nuts. Same enemy. I'm not... Thank you for that, game. I really appreciate it. Anyway, Iron Knuckles and Dark Nuts. Literally the same enemy. There's no difference in them other than the fact that they are located in different games. That's literally it. But, for whatever reason, they're called different things. Don't ask me why. Please don't, because I have no idea. Now that we're an adult, I do want to explore this lower area. We were here as a child, and there is actually a few things that I can do over here. I don't really need to activate that switch. I did everything that I could do as a child there, so that's fine. Up here, right there, I see that gold Skulltula, and if I remember correctly, I'm able to get it with the hover boot. So, let's do that. I actually don't have the dungeon map, which is odd, because I remember getting it, so... Huh, that's strange. One more gold Skulltula for us. Fantastic. I can jump onto this hand. I don't know what it'll do for me. I believe that I can do something over here eventually, but not now, not now. What I want to do is jump down here. There are more torches, and the only thing I can use to light these on fire, minus the fire arrows, but those don't look cool, is Din's Fire. Din's Fire looks the coolest. Yeah, it wastes the most magic, but yeah, be quiet. I don't have to aim with Din's Fire. I don't have to do anything taxing with Din's Fire. It's so easy. It's so simple. Inside this chest is... Drum roll. I realize I've been doing that drum roll thing a lot recently. It's not anything important, so I'm gonna cut that out. Dungeon map. Thank you. I really don't care all that much about the dungeon map. It's nice to have it, but it's not super great. I usually just go off of... I did not know you could duck under those. That's actually really, really funny. Do it again. Oh, never mind. These are all normal pots. That makes me kind of sad. Anyway, I believe that now I can go all the way up here again, and I want to get back to the other side. So, how am I gonna do that? The questions keep coming. I might as well... No, I know that's not gonna do anything important. It looks like there's something I can shoot on her chest. Nope, nope, nope. Never mind. There's not, there's not. I might have to... I can't jump on here for whatever reason, which is very strange and confusing. I should be able to jump on top of the railings here, but no, I can't. It's worth a shot, just pushing this down. I know what it does, and it's not super important, but it's worth a shot, so there you go. Let's see. Down here, there's got to be something else for me to do, other than right here, because there's nothing I can really do in that area. I need to be able to get through that door eventually, but not now, not now. I might be able to get back up to the top of here somehow, using maybe the hookshot? Yes, the hookshot, okay. So, the reason they put that hookshot place there is because they don't want the younger version of Link being able to climb to this area and get to an area that he shouldn't be able to yet. Over there, I can use the hover boots again. Another reason why you should complete the Shadow Temple before coming to the Spirit Temple. And I want to roll over there and mess it up. Fantastic. I did not know that was going to turn out as terribly as it did. You have to get a good running start before you actually roll off the edge, because it is a little bit tight to get into that, to get onto the platforms that I've been getting onto with the hover boots. It's a little bit difficult, but it's not terrible. It's not terrible. Let me get a good roll in. There we go. Gosh, sometimes that can be a little bit annoying, but that's fine. That's fine. this is actually a reason for me to use the Megaton Hammer? Excuse me? Excuse me? I have to use the Megaton Hammer. Oh my god. For the first time in forever. That's actually a little bit funny. You never have to use the Megaton Hammer, but I had to use it now. Huh. That'll probably be one of the last times I use it, but whatever. Another Triforce we gotta play Zelda's Lullaby on. We're not breaking any new ground right now. It's pretty simple and basic. That spawns a chest on that side, and it would have been best to save jumping onto there for later. Fantastic. I'm having to do a lot of backtracking in this room. Needless to say, I don't remember it very well. But that's fine. Later on, I'll remember the room is better. Maybe. Possibly. Again, all of my playthroughs end at the Shadow Temple or the Water Temple. So I don't remember this temple at all. At all is kind of an understatement, or an overstatement. I do remember a little bit of it, but not enough. Not enough. So now I can jump down here. I can grab this chest. I can feel like the coolest kid on the block. That should give me a small key, right? Yep, fantastic. There's a small key door all the way over here, back on the adult side. So I'm doing a lot of backtracking. I shouldn't say backtracking. It's not that bad. I'm just running around back and forth in the same room quite a lot. Backtracking more has to do with going back to areas I've been to already. I haven't had to do that yet. I actually really like the aesthetic of this room, and I'll get to it as soon as I kill this Beamos, but it's really, really, really interesting. So there we go, get rid of him. And actually, the Beamos does actually add a lot of character to it as well. This is kind of like a twisting corridor. This is a very short one. I believe we see a much longer one later, but the Beamos makes it more interesting because, oh, you gotta run through this short corridor and avoid the Beamos. I don't know, I think it's kind of a nice touch. I really do like this room, and I like other rooms that are like it. But that's probably just me. And, oh, will you look at that? It's another Anubis. And now that I have my fire arrows, I can easily get rid of this guy. Goodbye. Goodbye. Luckily that Anubis doesn't actually, he's not actually part of any puzzle that needs to be done so I can continue on. So, or actually, no, I lied. There's two Anubises now. So, they do connect to a puzzle, but you just need to kill both of them. I'm being an idiot. Again, I don't remember this room super well, because I just used Inspire. I get them really close, use Inspire, or use the fire arrows, because at this point in time, you should have the fire arrows. Are they just continuously respawning? Or is there 3? There's 3?! How many times am I going to be wrong before I realize, oh, no, there's X amount of Anubises in this room? This should be the last time I see them, so I'm not going to beat myself up too much about that and be afraid of not realizing how many Anubises are in a room after this point. That was just there to aid me in completing this puzzle, but I don't need it. I don't need it. Right here, these guys should be a little bit evil. What I want to do is run onto this platform, make one of these guys chase me onto it. There we go. And not get him to jump onto it. I need him. I need him to jump onto it. All of these guys are enemies. None of them are actual normal guys that I can push. So I want them to do, what I want them to do is jump onto it, stay on it, and get through this door. It's a little bit of a tricky puzzle, and I do take a lot of damage on it usually, because it's, again, a little bit difficult, but whatever. I'm going to switch to the Master Sword right here and right now. The reason for that is we're fighting an Iron Knuckle one more time. So, without further ado, let's do this. I'm going to be a lot more careful now that I am an adult Link, and I am adult Link, and I don't want to take a lot of damage, so what I'm going to do is get him to attack, jump attack far too early. Okay, there we go, jump attack. I do want to get in as many hard-hitting attacks as I can, because the Iron Knuckles do have a decent amount of HP, so I don't want to kind of get in normal pot shots. I do want to get in actual very damaging attacks. Ooh, this is making me feel very, very good, actually. Again, this boss fight or this mini-boss, is still as fun as it was as a child, and it's a little bit less scary since he's not as tall, but it's still so much fun. And I still love it so much. The same rules apply here. It's literally the same boss. There's nothing for me to really say about it, but similar to in the Youngling section, this boss, after completed, leads me to another side of this Colossus's hand. And similar to the other side, it gives me something really, really worthwhile. We got the Mirror Shield. This shield's polished surface can reflect light or energy. Press R to use it. I want to be honest right now. This is one of the reasons that I continued playing Ocarina of Time, the Mirror Shield. I love the way the Mirror Shield works, and as I am quite a fanatic for just the way your character looks in a video game, which is why I like games like Splatoon and stuff like that, because you can just change the way your character looks and have a lot of fun with it. As I am kind of a zealot for that. Oh, look at me using crazy fancy words. I really, really wanted to complete this game specifically so that I could get the Mirror Shield, and I fell in love with it while doing that. The Mirror Shield definitely kept me going. The Mirror Shield makes me look oh so delectable and delicious. So, that sounds really weird, but whatever. The point is, I really like the Mirror Shield, and it allows us to solve these puzzles a little bit easier. As it said, we can reflect light using the Mirror Shield, so I can reflect light onto any wall. I can activate any of those light switches without having to go through a light puzzle again. Kind of. I still have to do certain puzzles with the Mirror Shield. But I really like this. I really like this item. It's so good. It's so good. It's the last shield we'll be getting in this game. This is the last equipable item. Hold on. Yeah, we have everything on the item select subscreen. So that is, or not, the equipment subscreen. My apologies. So that's fantastic. We are one step closer to completing this game, and I just want to say this right now. We're almost done with this game. This game is almost completed, and I'm really excited about that. Not because I want to finish this game and get onto something else. Not at all. In fact, I have been really, really enjoying this, and I don't ever want this series to end. But it's just that I'm so excited to, I don't know, what am I trying to say? I don't know. I'm so excited to finish up this game. Not for any reasons like I want to finish it for another game or anything like that. I just am really excited to finish it. I don't know. I'm terrible explaining myself when it comes to personal feelings, emotion. So, that area just there, you would usually have to climb up it, but I don't need to because I have the long shot and I can get to the top immediately because that's a climbable surface and I can, again, use the hook shot to climb up to it. Again, usually you would have to deal with all these moving platforms and climb up it, but nope, you don't gotta do that. You don't gotta do that at all. So that's something that I've always done, just kind of hook shot up to there. I was like, oh, this looks hard, and then I just used my hook shot. First playthrough. I think that I really like to find cheaty ways to get past things, or at least that's what I've noticed while talking about my original playthrough of this game. I don't want to play it. I don't want to play it the way it's intended. Again, that's just what I've been kind of noticing. There are two doors I can go through, one of which leads me to here. I'm going to come back to this in a minute. I do want to go down here first. Yep, there we go. Can't hurt to get these guys first out of the way. These guys are returning from the Fire Temple. Just to give you a little reminder, they're called Torch Slugs. The reason I don't remember their name is because, hey, it's Torch Slug. That's not memorable whatsoever. There's also quite a few other things returning from the Fire Temple in this specific room, which we'll get to in a second. But for now, let's just kill all the Torch Slugs and be on our way. Even with the Bigoron sword, the Torch Slugs still take a little while to defeat. You might notice now, oh wait, these guys are returning. It's the fake doors. I believe I have to blow one of them up to make another door appear, or maybe make a switch appear, I believe it is. So I might as well blow them all up while I'm at it. It can't hurt, it can't hurt. None of these doors are real, don't try going through them, just as a rule of thumb. They're all fake, so be a little bit careful about that. It's probably this one, which is why I threw the bomb instead of dropping it. Fantastic. Yes, it was that one. So I really didn't have to blow up all those doors, but I wanted to. Because of the N64 graphics, it is possible to notice that, hey, there's something behind that. But, you know, I just wanted to be a cool kid and waste all of my bombs. Something like that. I don't know. You can hookshot up here. There is going to be ice, so what I want to do is not slide all the way off. I believe there are ice physics on this at least. I want to roll jump over there. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Make that fire disappear. Jump down. Jump down, please. Drop down. Thank you. And grab this. I don't know if that's timed or not. I can't, again, hear my TV, so I can't notice if it's timed. I assume it is, but if it's not, then kill me. Boss key, we got it. We're out. This is the only thing we need to do in this room, so let's leave. All the way up here, we can get back to a different room that I haven't been to quite yet. Something else to note is that when you are using the Bigoron sword, you also cannot hold the mirror shield. It's not something that's specifically a problem with the Hylian shield. Nope, the mirror shield cannot be held either while using the Bigoron sword, so fun. Also, these guys you don't necessarily need to block with your shield. You can hit them with your Bigoron sword, and goodbye. Yeah, it's not too difficult to get rid of those pots that fly at you. They're kind of annoying, but they're not bad. I think that I can just kind of, yeah, hit that through that and open up that door. That's the first time we've actually had to hit a switch past some area that we couldn't get by. Oh, hey, what's up, man? Goodbye. Ooh. That makes me really sad. Remember when Lizalfos used to be actually very, very difficult to beat? Yeah, not anymore. These guys look like different forms of bubbles. Yep, they're white bubbles. Aim for when it stops. So white bubbles exist. I was talking about green bubbles and red bubbles before. But no, there's more bubbles. They're white bubbles. They move around at the speed of sound. They're really not that bad to get rid of. Unless you can't aim with your Bigoron sword, apparently. Huh. That was really, really terrible aiming. Right here, I saw the switch. I just wanted to get rid of the white bubbles first so they didn't mess with me. What's in this chest? Probably money. Or bombs. Either way. That wasn't super important, but that's fine. This is where the puzzles start to come back into play. What I want to do is, first of all, blow up this wall because it's very, very obvious that this can be blown up. Usually when an area can be blown up, you can see how it kind of doesn't connect to the wall next to it. So it's a pretty easy way to figure out, hey, which areas can I blow up, which areas can I not? Just keep that in mind. Though, honestly, this is probably one of the last times you're going to have to keep that in mind. Oh, what's up, man? Hey, bye. Two hits are done? Thank you. Bye. Goodbye. And right here I can flip this. That will push the light all the way over to the main room. There should be a mirror in the main room that I can use now. So if we go back... Yep, there's light on that mirror now. What I can do is, first of all, switch back to my Ocarina so I don't accidentally use my bombs, because that seems to happen a decent amount. Where are the rest of you guys? There you are. Goodbye. I don't want you messing with me right now. But with this, we can activate this switch that we saw beforehand. There's a lot of puzzles like this in this dungeon, and I absolutely love them. I'm really, really into them. Puzzles like this is, I think this is really when Ocarina of Time is at its best. The Spirit Temple is such a fantastic temple. I enjoy it so much that it's an immeasurable amount of love for this temple. I think that what I need to do is somehow activate the breastplate somewhere, somehow. I feel I remember having to do that somehow. I'm gonna try shooting it, no. Hookshotting it, no. I remember there's something I have to do, and maybe I didn't do it before, which is why I am incapable of doing anything now. But I don't remember what I need to do. Oh no! This is where I start forgetting everything. Oh. There was a door that I never went through that has a block that I can push. Well, I didn't know about this, so this might be where I need to go, so let's get this out of the way first. There we go, another block we gotta push. Thank you. Why is this necessary to have two blocks that I couldn't push until now? I don't understand. Why was that necessary? Wait, you're joking. I have to use the Megaton Hammer again? Why does this dungeon love the Megaton Hammer so much? It makes no sense, it really doesn't. The Megaton Hammer is so useless literally everywhere else, but nope, it's useful here. This is just a way to get back to the main room, so it was not what I needed to do, but whatever. it's fine. At least this is open up to me. So in case I did miss anything kind of earlier on in the dungeon, I can easily get back to where I want to be. So fantastic. There's a chest I missed with 5 rupees in it, so if you were yelling at me about that, I apologize. It has been fixed and changed. So there we go. I have truly never been back to the Young Link sections as an adult, and I did not notice that they changed. They change over time, for whatever reason. So that's interesting to note. It's not necessarily going to help me, but it's interesting to note nonetheless. After messing around for a while, I finally had the brilliant idea of, hey, maybe this has to do with the item I literally just got. So let's try that out a little bit. If it doesn't work out, then I apologize. There we go. What made me think I was supposed to do that? You know what? I don't know. I don't know what would make me think that I was supposed to do that. But that's fine. That's whatever. It doesn't matter. You crumble a face off, it's fine. Oh, looks like someone is here, Kome. Looks like it, Kotake. What an outrageous fellow he is, to intrude so boldly into our temple. Oh, we should teach this outrageous fellow a lesson. Oh, loyal minion. Destroy this intruder on our behalf. Let's fight an Iron Knuckle again. This is a little bit different than the Iron Knuckle we faced beforehand. First of all, let me change back to my actual good sword that allows me to use my shield, because my shield's kind of important here. This Iron Knuckle is a little bit different beforehand. Not necessarily in the way we fight her, him, whatever it is, but a little bit in the way that, I don't know, what am I trying to say? It's so early in the morning for this. I'm extremely tired. The context behind what this Iron Knuckle is a little bit different. First of all, visually this Iron Knuckle is different, and we'll notice something else later on once we have beaten this Iron Knuckle. But first and foremost, this Iron Knuckle is pretty similar to the Iron Knuckles we faced before. Except Naburu was inside that Iron Knuckle. Where am I? Well. Look like she's back to normal, Kome. She's just a little girl, but she commands a lot of respect among the Gerudo, Kotake. Maybe we should make her work for the great Ganondorf for a little while longer. Oh. Then we should brainwash her again. That was not the boss of this area. If you thought it was, first of all, that was way too easy. Second of all, we haven't gotten our sage yet. So, without further ado, let's continue on. Because we are getting to the true boss now. Look at that stupid kid. He came on his own to offer himself as a sacrifice to great Ganondorf. With my flame, I will burn him to the bone. With my frost, I will freeze him to the soul. The Sorceress Sisters, Twinrova. This boss fight is a little bit interesting. What we have to use in this boss fight is, if they will allow me to show it off, my mirror shield. Yep, there we go. What you want to do is, Z-target, wait for them to attack you, put your mirror shield up, and something that you 100% aren't told about the mirror shield is that, hey, the mirror shield can actually suck in the powers that they throw at you. How does that make sense? Yeah, good question. How does that make sense? Because I have no idea. I don't have a great understanding about what necessarily causes you to absorb the power. Oh, okay. I know what I have to do. Alright, fantastic. It doesn't absorb power. It absorbs power later. But one of the main things that it does now, and one of the most annoying parts about this boss fight, is you have to not Z-target onto them, but face in the general direction, which can be a little bit annoying, because what you want to do is use the mirror shield to make their abilities go back to the opposite version of themselves. It's a pretty basic... Really? Really? Are you kidding me? This is stupid. Alright, there we go. Really quickly, I want to not do that. I don't know, I don't like using the mirror shield in this boss fight, specifically because the mirror shield is so difficult to control. You have to be so, ever so slight with it, and it's frankly annoying. And I like the boss fight idea, I like the concept. Terrible execution, terrible execution. I think that's fire coming somewhere, so I'm going to get out of the way just for a second, because I wasn't exactly sure where she was. I haven't been able to do damage on them at all. So this is not going too great, but it's fine, it's fine. There we go, please come in this general direction wherever you are. They also, you have to wait for their AI to do what you need them to do. It's frankly annoying, and I can't get behind the beginning of this boss fight at all. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. That's fine though. Okay, no, stop Z-targeting. Thank you for not doing what I told you to do. Thanks, Link. Appreciate it. You're a real doll. I appreciate you not stopping and Z-targeting. Great. Alright, this is perfect. I can get you easily. There we go. Finally got some damage in. I believe I can attack her now. No? Okay. We just have to wait to do that damage. This is, again, a very annoying boss fight. Conceptually, fantastic. Actually, annoying as crap. Okay, you can stop Z-targeting. Thank you. Something I hate about Z-targeting right now is that it's so annoying to make Link stop Z-targeting, especially considering the fact that there are two people, so you'll just jump back and forth between targeting. Another reason this boss fight is relatively annoying. I just want to get that out of the way right now. I love this boss fight to an extent, but it also has some very, very, very annoying qualities, so it's worth mentioning. Fantastic boss fight. Conceptually, they do it relatively well. It's just not the greatest. Again, stop Z-targeting. Thank you. I'm gonna say that a lot, because I tried... I missed... Are you kidding me? I missed every single time there? Really? Really? This boss fight usually doesn't make me this mad. But it's doing a fantastic job of that right now. Here you go. There you go. Right in the face. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Alright. Next one to do it should be you. Right here. I'm just gonna squat down. Oh, okay. Never mind. Hi. You moved out of the way, really? At the one time I didn't need you to move out of the way. Thanks. There's nothing else to really talk about during this part of the boss fight. I believe you can Z-target, and actually, it's worth a shot. Because I was not facing the right direction there. It's worth a shot. No, okay. It shows you the name of the other people. Of Kotake and Kome or whatever. Kind of strange names, but whatever. It shows you the names of those people, which is pretty nice, but it does go over the general name of them, which is Twinrova. You can stop Z-targeting. Thank you very much. It's just so annoying, and it's times like these where I wish there was actually a way to change the camera instead of Z-targeting, because right now it's a little bit annoying to try to change my camera and actually... I don't get her every single time. Every single time. I never have this many problems on this specific boss fight. What is wrong with me today? Hello? Hello? Get her, thank you. I know what my problem is. I try to make too large movements, and it just doesn't work out, but whatever. Welcome to the second phase of Twinrova. Let's see target onto her, because I do want to see what her full official name is. Just Twinrova now. So the other first phase was the other my apologies. The other witches, the two separate twins, whatever. Now though, it is not two separate twins. They have combined into one, which makes the whole Twinrova thing make slightly more sense. And now is when we actually use the mirror shield to absorb all of their powers and use them against them. I don't want that to actually go into my shield, because that will negate the fire that I have in my shield currently. What you want to do is get 3 different... Okay, out of the way again. What you want to do is get 3 different powers built up. So, for example, she keeps shooting the ice at me. I don't want her to shoot the ice at me. I want her to shoot the fire at me. If I'm getting this wrong, again, I don't play this boss very often, so, you know, cut me some slack. But there we go. That's what you want to do. You want to, I can't talk at all today. It's too early in the morning for this. You want to get her to use your power on you 3 different times of the same power. If you get the opposite power to be used on you, then you will negate the amount of power that you've sucked into your mirror shield. So that's fun. What you want to do is just get her to let you absorb all that power 3 times, and then shoot it back at her. Either power will work, because as they're a combination, this one entity is weak to both fire as well as ice. So it's just good to keep that in mind. I haven't taken a lot of damage here. I don't want to say that, really, because I'm going to end up taking damage if I do say that another time. It's called Let's Player's Curse, so I'm a little bit afraid of that. I couldn't have been more right in my entire life. I jumped to the side. My analog stick was slightly in the wrong direction, leading me to jump forward, doing a jump slash. Fantastic. This boss is just coming up with a lot of different ways to make me not like it, though I do like it. As much as I'm being mad about it, I really do like it. I love the concept of this boss fight. I love the execution of it to an extent. There are some annoying parts about it, but I think that's more with the functions of the game itself. I wouldn't say it's really a problem with the boss fight. I'd say it's a problem with this version of the game itself. Actually, no. Every single version of the game lacks 2 analog sticks. Even if you play the 3DS version on, let's say, a new 3DS, which has 2 quote-unquote analog sticks, you still won't be able to move the camera using that left analog, or the right analog stick. So it's good to keep in mind that no matter what version of this game you play, you have to use the Z targeting, or L targeting, in this case. So it's worth mentioning. If you want a more traditional camera, you're not going to be able to get it with this game. You're not going to be able to get it with any version of this game. And I think that does truly show that, wow, this boss fight is annoying in every version of the game. But as long as you have the big Goron sword, it should only take 3 cycles. It's not too bad. It's pretty basic. So there we go. The boss is gone. Shoot! What a fresh kid! This time, we'll get serious, right, Kotake? What? Hey, Gome, what's that above your head? I don't know, but you have one over your head too, Kotake. But I'm only 400 years old! And I'm just 380 years old! We're twins, don't try to lie about your age! You must have gone senile! Who are you calling senile? We're twins! How can you be older? Yeah! How heartless of you! How can you be so ungrateful? You're heartless! You ungrateful! I'll come back to haunt you! That is probably one of the best endings of a boss fight ever. Despite my disdain for a few of the choices of the boss fight, I'm not gonna lie, and a few of the things that make this boss fight a little bit more annoying, I absolutely love the ending of that boss fight. It is so funny. it's such a fantastic way to just lighten your heart after that intense battle. I don't know. I really like it a lot. But with that, we've completed the Spirit Temple. That is the last real temple in this game. So without further ado, let's get out of here. Kid, let me thank you. Look what the little kid has become in the past 7 years. A competent swordsman. By the way, I really messed up. I was brainwashed by those old witches and used by Ganondorf to do his evil will. But isn't it funny that a person like me could turn out to be one of the sages of spirits?
Oh, that was messed up a little bit.
And now, I'm going to fight them as one of the 6 sages. I'm going to pay them back for what they did to me. Kid. No. Link, the hero of time. Instead of keeping the promise I made back then, I give you this medallion. Take it. And with that, we've obtained the final medallion. You got the Spirit Medallion. Nabooru awakens as a sage and adds her power to yours. If only I knew you would become such a handsome man. I should have kept the promise I made back then. That also adds to the fuel of the flame of the whole sexual thing, but we're not going to get into that right now because we have something more important to do. Link, the hero. Finally, all of us, the 6 sages, have been awakened. The time for the final showdown with the evil king has come. Before that, though, you should meet the one who is waiting for you. The one who is waiting for you at the Temple of Time. You know, I could do that, or I could go do something which is completely inconsequential, aka a completely different mini-dungeon that doesn't have anything to do with anything. Fantastic. I'm not gonna go beat Ganon just yet. I know I totally could. I know there's a lot of stuff that I could do that had to do with Ganon, but that's so much work, and I just want to have a lot of fun going through a little mini-dungeon, so... Anyway, more importantly, that's it. We are really, really close to the end of this game. We're almost done. I'm really excited about that. Without further ado, though, next time on The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, we're not done in Gerudo Desert just yet. We're going to go back to the Gerudo Fortress and do the Gerudo Training Ground. But again, that's for next time. Until then.